Welcome back, everybody. And we are continuing with the presentation of team number 12. So wish them good luck. It's yours.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anna, and today, together with my teammate and friend Christina, we would like to present you our daily NFT newsletter project, or in other words, a story of a person who has his own gallery and actually used a helping hand of our team with his artistic hobby. Before we delve into the technical part of our project, let's start with Peter. Peter, first of all, is a real person who gave his consent to be on this slide. Peter is 32 years old. He is a software engineer at Microsoft, and he has his own gallery. He collects contemporary art. His gallery is placed in a museum, which, by the way, everybody can visit. And this museum is placed in a virtual reality. So his pictures are quite unique. They have no copies. The ownership of Peter is undeniable for those pictures, and those items are called NFTs. Peter had his collection way before we started to work on this project. And he was talking quite a lot about it to his friend Christina, by the way. And then when we actually started this assignment, we came to Peter once again and started to talk whether he can share some more details about his gallery, which exists in the virtual reality.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Actually, we had a really long discussion with Peter just to see which problems or difficulties have now NFT collectors. And what bothered Peter as an NFT collector who wants to express himself and search for unique pieces to be added to his collection the most? Well, the current situation with NFT market, that it's raising day to day, and actually it's starting to be a really challenge for all investors to collect all data. And actually, I'm talking now not only about data like average prices or, for example, bestsellers, but also I know that Peter should monitor social networks where people discuss something all the time, but it's not really convenient to follow every possible tag and analyze the popularity of the collection by yourself. What is worse, he cannot actually really follow in battle. He needs to research each one separately. Well, there is, of course, and maybe everyone will have a question, if we have here now any resource which can actually resolve this situation. Yes, this actually existing already, but we have here two main problems. That first of all, these services all require prepayment, and secondly, most of them have only partially solution. So actually, question is, what if Peter could have a personalized newsletter based on his preference? So in this case, actually, I want to present you our solution from the user perspective. Actually, first of all, Peter should sign up on the portal and choose the subscription type. Our solution actually suggests that we will have two newsletters. One is general and one is like personalized. And once actually he will collect all necessary data, we'll have a trial period for 30 days. And after this trial period, our users, in our case it's Peter, can actually decide if he will continue with our services or not. And of course, while using our services, Peter may continuously update his profile and also add new collection which he's interested in. And what about actually user interface and about user experience? In the picture, you can see actually our registration form, and you see that we really need only basic data from our future customers, just only name, surname, email. And also next step will be that the user should actually choose the package with pricing. And after, in a result, he will actually have the final newsletter on a daily basis where the user will have all necessary actually information, current information about their NFT collections. And also, if this newsletter will be personalized, we will have also opportunity alarms, yeah, based on our actually prediction. But this is like a technical side, and actually Anna will present you our technical solution.
Yes, so it may look quite fancy right now, but what is actually happening on the background? So we have two main technical processes which are running from three main data sources. The first data source is our web registration page, where, as Christina said, users are signing up. They are choosing the type of the subscription, and based on the fact whether they would like to pay for the subscription later on or not, they are choosing from the drop-down list, the collections which they would like to follow. Obviously, we have the user database, which is hosted on the same server as the web registration page, and this database is continuously, or is supposed to be continuously updated once more users will be signing up, more attributes will be added to this user database. The second process flow starts from the largest NFT marketplace, which is called OpenSea. We have built an API which is pulling data every single hour from the OpenSea on the 100 most popular NFT collections, including their volume of sales, their highest price at the specific time period, their lowest price, also their rankings. Also, as a data source, we have Twitter. And every single day, once per day, we are pulling 10,000 tweets with the hashtag NFT, and we are trying to match those tweets with the, well, it has to be an exact 100% match with the name of the NFT collection. Obviously, we know it's not perfect, but for now, by the number of matches, we are building up the popularity rank in tweets for the day, and that is going to be our output for the people talk option in our NFT newsletter. All those data are stored on Microsoft Cloud, Microsoft Azure Cloud. By the end of the calendar day, we have our cron job scheduled in Microsoft Cognitive Services, and we are running statistical and predictive analysis. Out of the all statistical methods, for now we're using decision forest regression for sales prediction and for price prediction. Also for the lowest prices for each collection and highest prices for each collection, we are doing a moving average to see a potential trend of those prices. So then Python microservice, or I would say Python script, is actually getting the data from the Microsoft Azure Cloud. It puts the data into the pre-built template in our email deliverable, which we choosing right now. We used Paddle email marketing. Obviously, it would be kind of not smart to build a solution only for Peter. So we conducted a quantitative research. We had a 50 people sample to which we sent our survey. And obviously the main question already was, would you be interested in our service based on the description which we provided? And here you can see the results only for people who actually said yes. We see that gender-wise, it doesn't really matter which customer we should tackle. However, it is rather younger generation with higher monthly income. They definitely have to have some experience with NFTs. They either know what NFT is about or they know the value of NFTs. And obviously, their interests might be quite, as I said, obvious: information technologies and contemporary art. But it's basically where we can find NFTs on the intersect of those interests. Here is just some visualization of how far we can expand. Obviously Czech Republic, because right now we are starting right here, and then United States, where the most NFT conferences are held and probably the most user personas for our characteristics can be found. Very quickly, how much current architecture costs? It costs around $80 per month plus $30 one single payment for our email delivery service. It's not ideal, and we consider that we may revise our architecture because it's quite costly, even for now in a trial period. But what Peter said once he received actually one newsletter for now. Well, he received it in his mailbox. We also asked him on Facebook, and it seemed like he was quite happy. Maybe he said it just to Christina because she is his friend, but let's see what happens next. Obviously, for our project, we would consider first how to attract different kind of customers, not only the ones which have any knowledge of NFTs, but also the other ones which have no knowledge whatsoever. We would like to know how we can tag or pull the data from different social media and how we can use them. We would like to add more than 100 collections to our NFTs, and obviously we would like to then later on add more paid features if our startup will be successful one. That would be it. That would be the end of our presentation. Thank you very much. We made our credit here to basically some of our teammates and also to Peter, who is also achievable for your contact if you wanted to ask him some questions. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's time for questions. Anyone? Yes, please.
I have a question about the survey of the interest of your product. Have you asked if the people are willing to pay your price for that newsletter? Because it's maybe the most important information of all.
This is a good question. And to be fully honest, we have not asked this question because that is why we consider to give one first month trial. So basically, during this first month trial, a person really can consider for himself whether this information worth those price or this price or not. But yeah, maybe we could have asked it in advance. Thank you for the question.
Another? Yeah.
Regarding that, because you mentioned that one of the Peter's problems was that actually all the other services are prepaid and yours is per monthly subscription, so it's still on the same basis, isn't it?
Well, the problem there was that you cannot even try the service in advance, or at least we were searching like really hard to at least like try some service to register and receive some analytics just for free, at least for I don't know, 1 week, for example. So here, at least, we really give the opportunity once again to see whether our information worth this money or not. And if it's not worth, then we probably didn't do a good job on that. But
The trial period. Thank you.
Thank you. Another question was here.
Hi, thank you. I was just thinking if you are aware of any of your competitors, maybe, because this is obviously a very trending topic right now, and there are some very, I think, similar solutions, even in Y Combinator and so on. So I just wanted to ask you, how do you plan to differ from them, or if you have seen these, or what is your fit?
this is actually, we've been searching for our competitors, and that was again coming back to the same problem with pricing. So we kind of found several websites which we considered as like really good service analytics or NFT analytics websites, but we could not delve deeper into them because they are prepaid. And honestly, as I said, we have like almost $80 per month basically to sustain this architecture, which is kind of costly. So we see, at least from the description of those services, that they do exist. Some of them are really good, but again, we cannot even try them for free. And this basically gives us, again, a bit of advantage that we can give our service for free, at least for 1 month. So that would be our main difference in this case, yeah.
All right. Thank you. There was a question over here.
Thank you for the presentation. I would like to ask about the forecasting methods. Have you tried some different methods than the regression?
Yeah, I think Christina is the... Basically, in Microsoft Cognitive Services, there are, I think, at least 10 different statistical methods which we can try. However, for each attempt to run the analysis, we are paying money, basically. So we should have been using very carefully which kind of statistical analysis we want to use, and for decision forest regression, we decided that it's used quite often for prediction analysis, so we just actually wanted to stick with that. Once we have more budget, I think we could have definitely tried more. But yeah, unfortunately for now, we didn't really try.
We are limited.
Yeah, we didn't really try any other method.
And is your model precise? Because as the market is really volatile, it's really hard to create a accurate model.
So for this, actually, in our newsletter, we even tell at the very, very bottom of the newsletter that our analysis is not really an investment recommendation. So we kind of giving the responsibility back to the customer. Obviously, we cannot guarantee that it is precise, as you said, because it's very, very fluctuative, those prices. But we can analyze the prices from for example, previous day, for the previous week, and we can at least predict a short-term trend. So for this short term, I would say that the predictability can be at least 70% correct. Yeah.
All right, another question? If not, I have one. You said that you would like to have at least 100 NFT galleries. How many approximately are there actually?
No, we already have 100 NFT galleries, which we are pulling, but obviously it's not the limit. So I know for sure that there are I think thousands of those collections.
Yes, but it's raising actually daily. Yeah, so it's...
But we are putting hundreds of the most popular currently. So that is how we are basically limiting also our customers and kind of recommending them already the most popular NFTs to buy.
Mm-hmm. And the competitors are also covering only a percent, maybe less, of the market.
So the competitors are actually not really covering any precise NFT collections. This is also kind of a change which we're trying to make, because competitors are giving just overall NFT trends or from the NFT world, and maybe you can actually give your preferences, and they will put you into the watch list what they can deliver you later. But for now, from what we've seen from our competitors, they do not include any personalized analysis.
Thank you. Questions? No? Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you.